Are you an introvert and want to do street photography? That's fantastic. Introversion is not an obstacle in street photography, but a great advantage. By the way, I'm an introvert myself. In this video, I tell you why and how you can take great street photos as an introvert. Reason number one why introverts are the baddest street photographers. Introverts are more empathic. Introverts tend to have fewer but deeper relationships in their lives. They try to avoid small talk and superficiality. They are better listeners and are more likely to be found in professions such as psychotherapists, where they need to listen and don't have to talk that much. How does that help us in street photography, us as introverts? We avoid situations as introverts that could create problems, meaning we don't photograph drunk or mentally ill people, for example. Introverts can rely on their gut feelings in most situations and are often quite good at judging people. If you're good at reading people, you'll be able to find the right words even in the unlikely event of an argument with someone you photographed who is now upset. Extroverts often tend to defend their point of view too vehemently and increase the potential for conflict. We introverts tend to communicate in a more, de-escalating manner. Reason number two why introverts are the better street photographers. Composition instead of confrontation. Since introverted street photographers tend to keep some distance from other people, they tend to place more emphasis on composing. Approaching interesting people on the street and, running after them and being very pushy and not to respect the boundaries of the bypassers on the street. That is not a thing for introverts. The fishing technique, by which you simply look for an appealing composition or good lighting and then simply wait for suitable people to walk through the picture, suits introverts much more. This gives fishing photographers, so to speak, more time to tweak the composition and exposure of the photo, which leads to better results than photographers who just walk up or run up to people. Not to mention the potential for conflict I mentioned under point one. Reason number three, introverts don't like to attract attention. Because introverts don't like to be noticed, they're more likely to choose understated clothing and small cameras such as the Ricoh GR3, for example. These are the best little helpers for capturing great street scenes unnoticed. Together with a silent camera shutter and a reserved manner, introverts can become absolute street photography chameleons. Reason number four, editing. This point doesn't apply to all introverts, but I found that introverts tend to be more perfectionists, whether in the professional area or when as hobbyists, when editing their street photos in Lightroom or any other editing software. The reason for this may be that introverts want to avoid any form of criticism and therefore only show themselves with a perfect result on Instagram or in their own photo book or on their website. Extroverts sometimes tend to have, to put it this way, a somewhat positive attitude towards themselves, which can lead to some, carelessness in image processing. Reason number five, while introverts are the better street photographers. Last but not least, social media. Yes, we have to talk about it. Social media is important. Extroverts enjoy going out, engaging in offline activities, meeting friends, while introverts need a lot of alone time. Introverts also enjoy communicating over the internet, as they can sometimes feel overwhelming when meeting people in person. Perfect basics to increase visibility as a street photographer on the internet. Because even if you are the best street photographer in the world, without positive feedback from outside, so from other people, introverts in particular often lose interest in a passion like street photography. By the way, when we're talking about feedback, I've seen in my stats that most viewers didn't subscribe to my channel yet. So please take the chance now. Thank you so much. So back to our main thing here. Introverts can spend more time replying to comments on Instagram or Twitter or building their own websites through the alone time they need, increasing their street photography visibility online. better visibility not only leads to more motivation, but also to more honest feedback from experienced street photographers who otherwise would not have found you without your well-performing Instagram or without your SEO-optimized photo website. So now I'm very curious. Do you think introverts or extroverts are the better street photographers? Are you an introverted street photographer, and what are your experiences so far? Please leave a comment below. See you in the next video. As always, happy shooting. Yours, Oliver.